Hi everyone, welcome to my channel, Empress Aries 888. My name is Tanya. Well, I am getting my cafe ready. So get yours, whatever drink you have, and join me for this reading. Hi everyone. Well, please like on the way in. Gives me an energetic donation to the channel, helps me tune into YOU. Flip the roles as you see fit. Take what resonates and leave the rest. And I'm sending you some smoke, baby. Come on, baby, light my fire. Look at this. Oh, love it. Love it. It's beautiful. There you go. All right. I hope you're having a wonderful morning, afternoon, or evening, whatever time you press that play button. These are collective readings. And please don't get hung up on terms like he or she, because as you know, energy does not have a gender. So let's call in spirit. Let's get this party started. Yeah, spirit, come through. Spirit guides and angels of your whitest light, please give me a clear message for the collective, one that brings healing, hope, and understanding of their situation. Protect me as I open myself up to channel these messages and protect my beautiful collective. And I certainly do thank each and every one of you. Namaste for doing so. We're going to do a little bit of reggae. This is black. I keep messing up the name of it. It's, what is it? Obsidian. If I say it wrong, please forgive me. Please forgive. And thank you so much for each one of you for joining me. I'm trying to grow my nails, so don't look at my nails. Ooh, look at these beautiful sticks. These are beautiful protection sticks. Helps grounding as well. I know they make a whole lot of noise when they're around, but I love them. Look at these beautiful sticks. I love these too. Put these over here. I got some for protection. Tourmaline. Protect my beautiful collective. Thank you, Spirit, for all of your guidance and protection. We certainly do appreciate you. Let's do one more with the beautiful bowl I got. There we go. We're gonna do a long one. All right, excellent. Now this is Mother's Day weekend. Happy Mother's Day to all of you mamas out there. Hard-working mamas. This is also a full moon weekend as well. So let's get this started with a moon reading. Spirit, come through. Give me a message for the collective. I'm just winging it today as far as energy. Let's see what the energy has. Spirit, give me a message here. Ooh, my word, Spirit. Release. Okay, somebody needs to release something. Maybe we should go this way so you guys can see it. Put this over here. Somebody needs to release. Can you see it? See it? See it? Now you see it, now you don't? See it right there, release. Okay, two more cards, Spirit, if you can. All right, got too many here. Synchronicity. So we got releasing something, synchronicities, the moon's moment. Could be this moon too, right? Let me put them over here a little bit. Okay, and then we have support. So friends. And then we have accept responsibility at the bottom of the deck. Shadow work is here, and then this was part of the pile. Accepting responsibility. The moon's reflection. And I feel like that's part of the shadow work. Let me get that, let me find it again. Shadow work, it said. Watch for signs, change your tune, shadow work, night moon. Yeah, look at that. See how it's synchronicities? It's like the reflection in the mirror. You could be a light worker. Because a light worker is a person who does, what is it called? Shine a reflection, like shine the mirror on people. Somebody needs to release something that no longer serves them. And time is here. Time is here. Time to release. Synchronicities. You're seeing the synchronicities that it's time. Time to let go. Time to let go and let God. Let the divine, however you want to verbiage it. There's support here. And it doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to get support from physical humans on this earth at this time. It could be spiritual support, ancestral support. People could be supporting you in the background. People that you have lost in the spirit realm is what I'm hearing. Accept responsibility for the actions that you've taken. Look in the mirror. Are you proud of what you see in the mirror? Are you proud of your choices? And this is not a time to downgrade yourself to the point where you can't move or focus. It's like you can't forgive yourself. No, this is not what this is about. It's releasing and letting go. Let go and let God. Okay? Forgive yourself, forgive others, and move forward in your life. Everybody has done things that we're not proud of. People have made bad choices. You're not the only one in this world that has done that. Screwed up, right? Effed up and found out. You're not the only one. But what Spirit is saying is that we cannot wallow in self-pity, be a victim for the rest of our lives, and say, well, you know, I did it. I admit it. I did it. So what am I going to do about it now? There's nothing I can do. I can't change the past. No, you can't change the past. That is true. But you can move forward and be a better version of yourself. You don't have to just say, well, I'm a toxic, piece of garbage here, so now I'm just going to keep going and be a worse piece of garbage. No, that's not what that's saying. Shadow work is, look, the reflection. Looking in the mirror. This is double confirmation of this. Accepting responsibility for the actions you've taken and moving forward in your life. Being a better version of yourself. If you can't accept responsibility for what you've done to people, to others, and to yourself, frankly, I think we do more damage to ourselves than we do to other people sometimes, then how are you going to have a better life? How are you going to get out of the shit show that you're in now? Because for somebody, that's what it is. It's a shit show. It's a situation that is so toxic and so ridiculous. You're also not just, what am I hearing, Spirit? You're not just doing it to yourself. Other people are affected, right? Hurt people hurt other people. So other people are affected. You could have children that are being affected by your toxic lifestyle, your toxic choices. If you want to have a better life yourself, your kids, your family, and frankly, your generations, right, outside of you, after this, you're going to have to change, my friend. Maybe this new moon is a new start. That's what Spirit's saying. All right, let's go into the Kipperish. The Kipperish, baby, and it right here. I don't care. I'm going to advertise. It's on Etsy. Still have some left. I was looking to see if he had any more of these bracelets. I got one side point here. Side point. I got this beautiful bracelet from him. And it is beautiful. I love it. Look at this. Look at how nice this is. Nicely packed. I love it. And there's none left. So they don't have any of those left. But they, I'm hoping to have one of the other ones. This is, I believe, protection one. I think this is the protection one. And no, I'm not getting paid. And I don't know this person, okay? I just don't. I watch his videos on YouTube. I never met the person, never spoke to the person, and I'm not looking for any props. Not looking for him to advertise my channel, not looking to meet him in real life. It's an energetic respect for a person that I feel like really is intuitive, as the name states. And his cards are very intuitive. I love the cards, and I especially just like the person. in general, like the person in general. So that's why I advertise his stuff for free and not looking for any props on my end. I don't want him to mention me at all. Please don't. Don't mention me at all. Don't even at all, please. I don't want that. I just want people to realize that there are people out there in the world that are good, decent, and have these gifts. Sometimes you go to people or you listen to folks on YouTube or even like in real life and you're like, do they have the gift? Do they even know what they're talking about? And yeah, they do. There are people that are gifted. There are people, tarot card readers, that are really not just looking to benefit financially, but they actually have gifts and they should get paid for it. Yeah, you're right. I do it for free. But so what? Just because I do that doesn't mean everybody else has to do that. People are making their living off of this, and there's nothing wrong with that because they have a gift and it's a job, right? It's a job. You are doing this, you're taking time, energy, and effort out. So why the hell not? And so that's why I'm saying it. Help them out. Help them out if you can. And I feel like if you could do that, you're going to help yourself out too, because there's a lot in these cards. A lot of information that he gives as well. A lot of insight. Okay, karma, baby. Yeah, karma's here. And karma does not always mean negative, but in this instance, because we're talking about a person who needs to do their shadow work, a person who's made choices that they have not been proud of, a person who needs to release people, situations, and a mindset of lack, negativity, and toxicity. This is karma. So you're experiencing karma. And the sun is here. So in this picture, the sun represents enlightenment and maybe shining the light on the toll that your choices have taken. I feel like when you look in the mirror now, you don't even recognize yourself. It's like that song, "Don't go chasing waterfalls. Stick to the rivers and the lakes they used to." Because when you're chasing these waterfalls, these fantasies, these dreams, there's nothing wrong with chasing a dream. If it's a person who's toxic, or a dream that's going to send you down a rabbit hole of misery, it's not worth it. That's the point. It's not worth it. And your choices they've never been worth it. It was a fantasy, a dream in your mind that you thought you were going to do better or have better, and you got worse because you chased a fantasy that wasn't reality. It wasn't really reality. You tried to make a whore a housewife. You tried to climb a ladder that led to nowhere. Now you got karma. Yeah, this is a divine masculine. And masculine doesn't represent a male. It could represent a female, but you're chasing waterfalls, baby. Chasing waterfalls. When divinity is really what you should be chasing. You've had lustful energy, and for a while it was bliss, right? Bliss, baby. But now maybe you're receiving a message. What was that part where it talked about this man who was with this girl? She gives him everything that he wants. From the song, "Don't Go Chasing Waterfalls." One day he took a look in the mirror and he didn't recognize his own face. His health is failing and he doesn't know why. 3 letters took him to his final resting place. Don't go chasing waterfalls. You could be receiving a message about a health scare or an STD from this lust. Yeah. Spirit, give me some more message on the message. What's the message, Spirit? Lust. It's like it was blissful for a time. All fun and games, right? Till a test comes out positive, and maybe even a pregnancy, but you could be receiving that too as well. There's an awakening. Yeah, there's an awakening, and of course there's got to be evil eye in here. There's got to be some sort of element that devil's working overtime, man. Evil eye is here. Yep, somebody doing voodoo, distant future. though. There's a distant future, but there's voodoo, there's jealousy and envy. And oh my God, look at this. I'm telling you. 3 letters. Took them to the final resting place. Soulmate. Your soulmate is single, sexy, and single, sexy, and successful. You're in emotional pain, and this person moved on from you. So you went resting place it's not right now. We're not talking about you're gonna die. So calm down. We're talking about an ending of a connection with a person because you went for lust. Yeah, the veil is being lifted. The sun is here to reveal, to break through the fog, and to reveal your choices and what they have created. A mess. Priestess, you could have intuitive gifts that you did not look into your intuition when this happened. You didn't do it. There's somebody that you hold in high honor. You married. Courthouse is here. Somebody you thought was your sweetheart. You could have married somebody and then left them for somebody else. Somebody you hold in high honor, but there's an ending, this courthouse, divorce. This was somebody that you considered your sweetheart. Like I said, you could have married another person. You could have been married and then you married this other person. You made a whore a housewife, is what I'm hearing. Yeah, but there was another person that you could have been married to. And then you left somebody because you held another person in high honor over this person. Or maybe you're realizing that you should have held this person in high honor. This person that you walked away from, this person that's going to divorce you. Yeah, protection is here. I feel like the divine connection is protected. I don't think necessarily you were protected or are protected. Because you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing. Faith is here. The assured expectations of things unseen, that's the part of the divinity. You could have had a form of faith, going to church, wore an amulet like a cross, but did not do what you were supposed to do as a Christian, as a divine being. Enamored. You fell for the bling bling, you fell for the putang. Yep, that's what happened. Twin flame is here. Somebody could have lied and said they were your twin flame, but I feel like the one that you walked away from, the one you could have been married to, the one you held in high honor at one time, that is a person. The one you let down is what I'm hearing. This was your twin flame. There's abundance here, money, divination. So somebody could be doing spell work, or somebody could be intuitive, could be your sweetheart, could have been this other person. Yep, moving on. You're moving on from a situation. Yep. You want to say hi to somebody? Or you said you moved on from a situation that was divine. Okay, there you go. Divinity. Divinely guided, divinely protected, a divine connection that was written in the cards, man, written in stars. You moved on from it. There was abundance, prosperity. You could have had prosperity and abundance with this person at one time. Highs and lows, though. There could have been good times and bad times. The good times, I feel like, was when you were really in it. You were in it, you were working hard, and you were trying for this connection. Then you prospered. When you started to doubt, let go, or start moving towards other people and situations, looking for attention, that's when it started going bad. You blamed this person, though, and it wasn't this person. It was the highs and lows of your moods and your feelings about this connection that actually created these towers or these scenarios in your life, which are still happening. When you're prosperous, when you feel good, you have these moments when you really feel up and I'm going to do this and I'm going to, work hard and I'm going to get someplace. You have this motivation and then it all turns to crap. You have it and then you don't have it. So that's what's creating these storms in your life. So you said hello to somebody else. Okay, bottom of the deck. You said hello to somebody that was mentally and emotionally unstable. And at times you could have been mentally and emotionally unstable. But you committed to this person. You married him. You married this person. Unexpected money is here. So you you married this person based on money or what you expected to get out of the situation, and they did the same for you. But now you were under an illusion, babe. You were under an illusion. It wasn't going to happen. Nice guy. You were a nice guy and you were manipulated. Manipulation's here. Yeah, you could have traveled or in the travel industry. Or somebody traveled on out. Peace. You know, we're out. Somebody's unbothered. So somebody walked away from the situation. It could have been your person that you had, the one you held in high honor. Could be you if you're tuning in. You walked away from this person that was maybe manipulating you, unstable. They went towards somebody else that was equally unstable and left you behind. You traveled, you're out. Yeah, you're unbothered by the situation. Maybe you're aware of what's going on in their life. Changes happened for you. You upgraded yourself. Right? You got that venge body. Good for you, baby. Good for you. You could be a healer. You're into divination in the good way. Legal is here, though. Somebody is in trouble. Somebody is in trouble, or somebody is, maybe you're divorcing this person. You're walking away. You're manifesting a better life. And this person is got conflicts, endings. They're blocked from you, no access. That could be divine protection too, because you're this rising star. And they're imprisoned in the memory of you now. Their life is destruction. You used your intuition. Hey, boo. Hi, love. And got the hell out of Dodge when they were playing their games. Okay, so it depends on the situation. Say, if you're the one that caused this problem, that's why your life is like this. You need to release. You need to walk away. And maybe this could also be for you that walked away from a person that maybe you have children with. You're divorcing this divine masculine. Okay? You haven't released them yet, though. You haven't really let go of the hurt and the pain of it. You're seeing synchronicities. You have divinity. You're using your intuition. You walked away from this person. They created a lot of towers in your life. You're looking for support. Support is here from the universe, your ancestors. You need to accept responsibility. You feel guilty about the situation ending. Maybe you have children with this person and you're feeling really guilty about it, that it didn't work out, that you walked away. There could be custody. One has one kid, the other one has the other kids. It could be, you know, fighting for custody. Shadow work is here. You needed to go inward. Okay, past, present, or future energy is always at play if I haven't said it. This could have been in the past. This could be right now. You could have went through a lot with this person, the highs and lows, and they chose somebody else over you. You put this person in high honor and they disrespected you. Yeah. There's destruction here. An ending of a situation. Their situation is really bad, and I feel like you know this. Maybe you feel guilty that because you walked away, other people are being affected like your children. But this was a, fated situation. It was supposed to happen this way. So don't feel bad when a person doesn't choose you. They did you a favor, because they're going down a road of destruction. You would have gone down with the ship. I know your children are involved here if you have kids with them, but this is going to work out in the end for you. You're a rising star. Yeah, there's endings here, and you have to let go. You haven't let go fully, though. That's what Spirit's saying. Maybe you hold animosity to this person, right? Or other people hold animosity towards you, like your past person. Flying monkey. They want to put destruction in your path. They're sending you bad magic. Saying lies, telling everybody it's your fault. Maybe in poverty, blaming you, right? You might be surprised that this person is doing all this stuff because they're nice to your face, but they are doing it to you behind your back. You were a gift to this person. You had the gift of divinity. You brought promise into this person's life. You brought prosperity into this person's life. But the highs and lows of the connection created a lot of storms. And you were wrapped up in this person's moods and this person's manipulation. They're not. They're not your friend. They're not your family. You might have considered this person family, friend, a husband, a wife. You fill in the blank. And this person tortured you, manipulated you, controlled you for a long time, blamed you for the situation. It is not your fault. You got to let go of the hurt, the guilt, the pain and the choices. You walked away and you feel guilty about it now. But if you wouldn't have walked away, it would have been a far worse situation for everybody. Yes, you're ascending. You're doing rituals. I feel like in a good way. I feel you're doing white magic. Good for you. You're wishing everybody well. You're wishing, you know, I feel like you want this to work out in a good way. But there's concerns here. Because this person was never your divine masculine. They were a karmic one. You're achieving things. You put this person in high honor. It's like making the housewife, okay, for example. And this person was a karmic. You elevated them to a twin flame connection or thought they were your twin flame. Maybe you didn't know what twin flame was, but you thought they were your soulmate. It became a shit show in your life, a lot of storms, highs and lows. You didn't know whether you were coming or going. You had children with this person, and there was inevitably an ending because they disrespected you. They also cheated on you. Okay, they chose somebody else and they walked away from you thinking they were going to get better when you were the gift the whole time. But now your kids are involved. There's a whole lot of nonsense and they're being affected by this person. They're being affected by the ending. They're being affected in general. But if you would have stayed in that situation, you would send a message to your children that this was acceptable behavior, and it would have been far worse generationally because they would have went on to do the same thing and go through same cycles with somebody else. You broke a curse. You broke a cycle. I know you don't think that way, but I'm telling you right now, you did. This person attached themselves to your star, whether they knew that they were doing that or not, they did. And their life was better because you were in it. But your life went the hell in a half show. You tried to control the situation with the gifts you have. You probably didn't even know you had gifts, but you did. You took on a lot of this person, absorbed a lot of this person's negative energy, manipulations, and frankly, probably the blame for everything that went wrong. And it wasn't you; it was them. They were a karmic masculine. It was going to end. Anyways, they were walking away back and forth. They were putting the blame on you. But because of the attachment to this person, you were receiving blockages in your life. You were receiving negative financial situations. And also the feeling of that you weren't worth it anyways. You know, you felt like down and out because this person wanted you to feel down and out. If you elevated, if you ascended, then you would leave this person. They knew it. So they tried to keep you down constantly. Pull you down with name calling and stuff, blaming you for the situation. You're working hard and getting nowhere because this person was not the one. You put this person on a pedestal and they put you as their stepping stool or their stool. The fool, the stool, whatever you want to call it. They treated you like garbage and your kids were watching all this too. So you might feel guilty about the ending and having to walk away. But if you wouldn't have walked away, it would have been a far worse situation. Your ancestors are proud of you. You're being elevated. You're succeeding now. And you feel guilty. You feel bad about it. People were working against you. This person was working against you. They're bad-mouthing you to other people, saying it's your fault, that you left them, and it was the other way around. 7 of Cups. This person had all these opportunities and choices. You have all these opportunities and choices. 7 of Cups. But the idea is quality, not quantity. That's not who you are. That's not how you roll. This person was like that. They were your karmic masculine looking for choices in all the wrong places. And there's a concern here, health concern this person's going through, and they should look into it to see if it's a sexual disease that they have. I'm just saying. Cup, Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer. Yeah, I mean, slings and arrows, man. 8 of Wands. I feel like they want to come towards you quick. They want to reconcile so they can get out of a situation. But you're guided out of here. You're moving quick because Spirit got you out of the situation. Fast. Because you were going down quickly. Queen of Wands, you could be a Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. 6 of Pentacles, you were always generous to this person. That's who you are. But 5 of Swords, they put a lot of obstacles in your path, man. They did not make it easy. They didn't want to. They wanted to keep you low. They wanted to make you feel low because they always felt less than you. That's what it is. But now you need to release this person. You need to release the situation and walk away. You've been back and forth about it, feeling guilty about it, but the choice Is ultimately free will's at play, but look in the mirror, man. You're not happy with the situation. You were never happy with that situation. You are making this situation, hindsight, out of the situation. You're trying to make this thing into something better than it was. You're deluding yourself. That's what Spirit's saying. 10 of Cups. You thought you had the 10 of Cups. You thought you had the 9 of Cups. Success, right? You thought you had everything you could have wanted in a person, right? It looked good. It was the family, the life, right? The money flowing in. It was an illusion, baby. Do not make this person into your twin flame when they weren't. Do not make this situation seem better on the other side of it than it was. And don't allow this person to do that either. It was never that good, and you know it. You struggled. You struggled with finances. You struggled with your mind. This person manipulated you, babe. 5 of Wands. They were your ops. They were always putting obstacles, fighting you every step of the damn way. You are ascending because you're not with this person. Peace out. 8 of Cups. You're walking away, and that's why you're doing good. While this person's bad-mouthing you behind the scenes. They were never your friend. They were never. They were always your opposition. They were meant to keep you small and stuck with them. Because as long as you were small and stuck with them, they felt like they were winning. They were doing good. They were prospering off of your energy. But once you walked away from them, you see the difference. You see they look different. The situation looks a whole lot different on the outside of it. Do not go back there trying to clean up their mess. You are not their mother or their father. They have to clean their own mess up. They got to do their own shadow work. And they're refusing to do that. All they want to do is play pity party right now. Victim. They're not feeling good because they're not in your energy anymore. They're not. They need to do the shadow work that you had to do. That you might be still doing. They do. Because they're not balanced at all. And it's a blame game right now. And you're feeling guilty about it. Because of the children. Because of the... the investment that you put into this person. You're feeling like if they could change, or if they could, they're not going to. But they're not going to, my friend. Maybe someday they will, but that's because they do the shadow work, and you are no longer there cleaning up their mess, and they can see from the outside, okay, outside of you, what you brought to their life. I know you're hoping for a reconciliation because this is your person, but they did not think that way about you. And they can say it with their mouth, but that is not what the actions show. That's not the energy I see here. You've got to be real. Look in the mirror and see the truth. Accept responsibility for what you created. You babied this person, okay? You did so much for this person, they felt entitled. And you elevated this person so much, they thought that they could go on out and find somebody better than you. That's what happened, baby. Learning to love yourself. I choose to see the beauty in me. My wealth lies in my nature and potential. I transform my weaknesses into strengths. I realize that I am a being of light, and I allow myself to shine. You need to shine, and you are shining. You're shining outside of this connection, and you feel guilty about it. But I'm telling you right now, you were never meant to stay with this person, and you cannot feel guilty about this. You need to let it go. That's what Spirit's saying. Let it go, babe. Let it go so it doesn't overtake you. Going back to that situation is never going to be better. You're just going to go right back to the same thing. And you spent enough time there. You spent enough time in doubt, seclusion, isolation, and feeling lousy about yourself. You need to heal, and you need to love yourself, babe. That's what you need to do. And your life will is already getting better. It's already getting better. Okay. Inner beauty. I open the eyes to my heart and direct my gaze to the light within every being. Personality and physical appearance are in the image of man. Beauty and goodness are in the image of God. Amen. Maybe you didn't feel good about yourself for a long damn time. Maybe they made you feel like that. You weren't good enough. That's why they left you. Okay? But they didn't leave you because of that. They left you to control the situation. They were never gone for good. They were always going to come back. They felt like you were always going to be there to pick up their mess and accept that this was your life, and it isn't. It is only if you allow it. By you changing, by you ascending, by you going towards spirit and not towards a person. You are releasing this, releasing whatever blockages that you had in your life and whatever stuck energy that was there, not only for yourself, but the generations before you and could have been after you. You're showing your children too. You're being an example of loving yourself enough to not accept somebody's garbage. They will do the same in their life. You're freeing yourself and others. Good for you. Keep on that path. Don't deviate. Don't feel guilty. Release the guilt. Forgive yourself. Forgive this person. Forgive those that hurt you, whoever they are. Playing games, mind games, manipulation, tricks, magic, trying to keep a situation that was never meant for them, and move on. Last one. Faithfulness. I commit to my mind, heart, and will. I am devoted to the needs of my soul. I trust in myself and God and the universe. Amen. That's all we can do. We have to let go and let God, because we don't control the narrative here. We can choose to love ourselves, but we can't force other people to do the same. That's my message today. Thank you so much for joining me in Empress Aries 888. Please like and subscribe and join my tribe, because I would love to have you. Till next time, happy Mother's Day, everybody. Be safe out there, my friends. Be blessed.